Hi, welcome, or if you've been visiting this channel before, welcome back. Today it's going to be all about these little things, chickpeas. Now I'll be making 4 things today to show you just about what we can do. It doesn't really take long because a lot of it we're going to be doing at the same time. And at the end I might just throw in a little surprise for you. Now the chickpeas have been soaking in a lot of water, obviously, overnight. And what you also want to do is to add a couple of teaspoons of baking powder. The reason for that the reasons are 2, and you should do that with any legumes like peas or beans. Is 1, it makes it more digestible, and 2, it makes you a lot less gassy. So I'm just going to measure up 500 grams of soaked chickpeas. Just about. We'll toss these in a little bit of oil. Oh, they ran away! No! Into this air fryer potatoes. And what we're going to make is some really healthy and really nice chickpea snacks. Quite easy and quite fast. They're going to take about 20 minutes at 200 degrees in this air fryer. I'm going to stop it every 5 minutes and give them a little bit of toss so they sort of get done evenly. Let's get that going. So into this casserole I'm going to throw the rest of the chickpeas. Plenty of water. I'm going to wait with the salt, and also if you cook beans you should wait with the salt for at least 15-20 minutes, unless the skin is going to get quite tough. What I'm going to do, however, is to add some more baking powder. Now while the chickpeas are boiling, you might want to get into there from time to time to get rid of some of this stuff. The scum, it's coagulated proteins. Now the chickpeas has been in there for about 15 minutes and I'm going to add some salt now at this stage. So I've taken the chickpeas off the heat. They are about what the Italians would call al dente right now. I'm going to take some of that out. Right, that's good. And the rest I'm going to continue to boil. Okay, so the chickpea snacks is about to be done. The chickpeas that I've been cooking further are done. I've cooked them to a slightly mushy consistency. I'm just going to rinse those off in cold water and show you where we go to next. Okay, so the chickpea snacks are done in the air fryer. I'm now going to spice them. You see, nice and golden. I did toss this in oil, and still got plenty of oil in that. We're going to go in with this spice mix that I actually might tell you all about at the end. In with some smoked paprika. If I'm a bit all over the place today, it's because due to some technical issues while filming a film earlier today, I didn't really get started with what I wanted to do before closer to 7 in the evening. So it's been one of those days. I'm sure you will have them. It happens. I'm going to leave these to cool. I'll give you a close up later on. Once that is cooling, I'm going to keep like tossing them every now and then so they don't get soggy. Actually, the best way is put it in the colander. The air gets all around. Put that back on. Get that out of the way. Now on to the next falafels. Once again, I'm going to measure out 500 grams of the soaked chickpeas. You do not want to use ready cooked chickpeas. Just trust me, it's going to be horrible. Normally I do 3 times as much falafel as I'm going to do today, at least. They store nicely in the fridge. Of course, nothing beats a freshly fried falafel, but I mean, if you store them in the freezer, you can have them for lunch. You can warm them up at your own convenience. Okay, next. Oh no, you caught me on my union coffee break. I want to take a little minute to talk about the evolution of falafels. Have you ever wondered why the falafel you're eating is made from chickpeas? Because in Egypt, for instance, falafels are made from fava beans. Now, they used to be made from fava beans all over the Lebanese countries, you know, Lebanon, Palestine, Syria, Jordan, and so on. But fava beans, for some people, are downright dangerous. You can actually die from it, and that's called favism. Now, in particular, in parts of Iran, favism is quite widespread, and with the immigration of Mizrahi Jews from Iran to Israel, who actually had favism, they changed the recipe for the falafels from fava beans to chickpeas. Now, you can use just about any legumes for making a falafel, save a few. What we think of as the OG falafel today is made with chickpeas. Let's get cracking. So I've got about 1.5 small onions, you can use, or just about a large one. A bunch of garlic. I really like garlic in mine. About half a liter of chopped herbs. This is parsley and coriander. You really do need to chop them up a little bit, or if not, it's going to not go so great. Don't make that mistake. Got some spices in here. It's ground cumin, a little bit of chili, black pepper, and some salt. Going to check for seasoning as I go. Let's start blending. Now, when you're blending this, you do want to stop from time to time and scoop down. And I'll show you in just a bit what consistency we are going for. Okay, so the falafel dough is finished. I'm going to show you what you're looking for. You want it to be quite cohesive, like this. Don't want any moisture to be coming out. And when you squeeze them like that, they should be able to keep together all by themselves, like so. Now, I was planning to cook these today, but you're gonna have to leave them for at least a couple of hours anyway, preferably overnight. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. It's getting quite late. I'm knackered. It's been one of those days. But through the magic of YouTube vision, it's gonna be one cohesive movie anyway. Okay, finally time to get some dinner on the go. I'll be making chickpeas in a tomato soup with garlic, some onions, green peas. I've got lightly salted cod here, which has been laying in salt for a couple of hours. I'm going to rinse that off, then I'm going to steam that. Yeah, let's get going. Generous amount of good olive oil. In with the onions. I smashed up the garlic. Now I'm just gonna fine chop it, mince it, and yeah, mince them like this into more or less a paste. Now the reason why I always mash my garlic like that is that it continues to develop flavour as it's laying like that on the cutting board. Okay, the onions are going. Let's take a wooden spoon. Reduce the heat, don't want things to burn. We'll get the water for the fish on the go. Lid for that. The onions just need a minute or two. Also I'll be adding some tomato paste, which is going to go in soon. A couple of teaspoons there. Just going to stir that through. Cook it for a few minutes, and that will make it less bitter and more sweet, as you probably already aware of. Okay, once that is going on, we'll rinse off the fish. And look how nice and firm that's become. Very hot pieces, so obviously this thicker one is going to go in a few minutes before this thin one. That the tomato puree is just about done. In goes the garlic. Some polpa di pomodoro. A little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Ooh. A lot of people throw away the stems from the parsley or other herbs. I really don't understand why. There's a lot of flavours concentrated there. I could have added the stalks earlier on, but I do want that sort of crunch. And that goes. Bunch these parsley leaves up. Give that a quick chop. Up the other way. And that goes. Now this is nearly done. The pot for the fish with the steamer thingy is ready to go. Just going to oil the fish lightly to be sure it doesn't stick. Like so, I'm going to get that biggest piece in first. Give that a few minutes head start. We'll give that sauce a taste. Oh, that's nice. little bit roasting. We have a few minutes more. I'm going to be needing a little bit more salt. A little bit more pepper. We'll check on that piece of cod here. Nicely. Get the second piece, this thin piece in. Just a few minutes. Obviously, if you wanted to, you could go in with some chilies. That would be nice. But I haven't got fresh ones, which I prefer in this dish. Yeah. Then goes the chickpeas and green beans. Turn off the heat on the fish. Just leave that to steam through gently. All I have to do is give this a little minute or so, and we're serving up, or plating up rather. Okay, I'm going to check the fish for doneness. 30 seconds or more, something like that, more on the heat. And I can start plating. Okay, I'm gonna finish these this plates now. Just a little bit of olive oil. Oh, making a mess instead of making it better. Some parsley. It's a little bit wet, doesn't matter. Put there a few basil leaves on top, just because I had some. And you can literally do this in 10 minutes. Like so. Oops. Please feel free to tell me what you think. Okay, let's keep going with this video about chickpeas. I told you yesterday that I ran into some technical issues. It took me a lot of time and frustrations to sort out. I was filming a video about how to make butter, and that went really well until it didn't. Right at the end, I also ran into the limits of my own abilities. So if you like to see that, please follow the channel, and I'll be uploading a video on how to make your own homemade butter shortly. So the falafel mix has been sitting in the fridge overnight, which really helps with developing the starches and everything. And while the oil is heating, I'll be making some hummus, and I'm just going to tell you what I put in mine, and I'll just fast forward because obviously you've seen hummus made 1,000 times. So this is what I put in mine. People put a little bit of different stuff. I got some chickpeas, obviously, got some tahini, freshly squeezed lemon juice, garlic, water, and I'm going to put salt, pepper, olive oil and cumin in. I'm just going to blend this up and show you what consistency I'm going for. I like to be quite generous with my tahini. Like so. Some lemon juice in there. Obviously I'm going to adjust for taste later on. 4 or 5 cloves of garlic, like it quite garlicky. Black pepper. a bit of salt. I'm gonna probably add more salt later on. And cumin. I'm just gonna blend that up, and some good quality olive oil. And I'm gonna start blending that up and adjust the consistency with water, just give it a final taste. Okay, my hummus is done. This is the sort of consistency I normally go for. You can make it looser, thinner, more chunky, more smooth, up to you. Obviously I've seasoned this to my taste, but when you make it, it's all up to you how you like it. Plating it up. Just get that out of the way for now, like so. When I was editing, I discovered that I've unfortunately either not filmed this or managed to delete the footage. So this is Tahini sauce. It's the OG kebab sauce, or falafel sauce that you get at the really good kebab shops. It's none of the nonsense in it, no mayo, no sour cream. In mine, I use tahini, toasted sesame seed paste, garlic, lemon juice, a little olive oil, some full-fat Greek or Turkish yogurt, a lot of dried mint, salt and pepper. That's it. Like that. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's really good. Nice tahini sauce with some mint. Okay, so the oil is hot enough. We're gonna make some falafels, dump them in there. I'll probably be either editing this out or fast forwarding or both. To get them as shapely as you can. Squeeze them together quite tight. Put them in the oil. I actually like to dunk it, my spoons in the oil from time to time. Easier for the falafels to easier to get them into the oil actually. You want to fry these till they are golden. As I said, I normally make a lot of falafels. You can store these two ways. You can single freeze them after you shape them and then put them in the box. Or you can fry them and just freeze them like that. Keep them cold or heat them whichever way you like. But of course they are at their absolute best when they're dry, out of the oil, fresh and nice. I want to check the temperature of the oil, don't want to get this too hot. Should be around 180 degrees Celsius when you dump it in. Let's see how that goes. Oh, that's going on quite nicely. I'm going to put the fan back up to full for 3 reasons. I don't want the fire alarm starting blaring. And the second most important reason is that if the fire alarm starts blaring, my mum, who's in voluntarily exile knitting in another room, she's going to have a heart attack. And for the third reason, I don't want anything to catch fire. And in case anything actually does catch fire, use the lid, pop it on, turn off the heat, don't get crazy with water because the fire will just spread. Now you really want the oil to be about 180 when you dump in the falafels, because when you dump in the falafels, the oil will sink. If it sinks too much, your falafels will end up greasy and you don't want that. I'll probably end up with something like 25 falafels for this recipe. I normally make twice the amount. We'll start making the second round. Get the oil in. Now Whenever you're deep frying something, you want to get as close to the oil as you possibly can with some tools or with your fingers. Don't be afraid. If you get scared, you just dump it in. The oil will be splashing, and you will have to take a trip to the emergency room, which you don't want. However, do keep in mind, it's always nice to have some aloe vera or something like that in case you do get a burn. Going to clean up a little bit. This stuff here, by the way, is our homemade non-toxic cleaning spray that I use for absolutely everything apart from if I will be cleaning marble. I'll probably make a really short on how to make this for yourself later on. Okay, the falafels are done. I only ended up with 17, so I miscalculated somewhat. Time to get my mother some lunch. She's been waiting for lunch since the pharaohs built the pyramids. And we get a few falafels on. Some of the hummus. Some tahini sauce that's thickened up quite a bit. Nice. Sprinkle some oil over that. Squeeze a lemon. Finely chopped herbs. And this lovely stuff that makes absolutely everything taste better. And what this is, I'm actually going to tell you and show you how to make in just a few seconds. So stay tuned. Okay, let's make Za'atar. This Lebanese umami bone is something everyone should have in their cupboards. And if you wonder why the onions and salad and stuff at the really good kebab shop taste so great, it's because they use one or two things. They either use Za'atar or they use something we're going to use in the Za'atar called sumac. Okay, in here we have toasted sesame seeds. We have some thyme, which coincidentally also is called Za'atar in Lebanese. We have the sumac. We have some ground cumin and some ground coriander. Just the coriander is optional, but I like it with that. Now we're going to dump all of this straight into a pestle mortar. You could always do this in an electrical grinder. It's nice to put some muscle grease in it. I know I need all the exercise I can get. And on the grind is quite fine. You want to stop there, check the flavor. You will need more salt, more of the thyme, and definitely more of the sumac. The way you weight it is absolutely up to you. The sumac is quite sour, and I absolutely like that the taste of it, and I like it a bit salty as well. Have another taste. Oh yeah. That's absolutely stunning. Now you can store this in a box in your cupboard just about indefinitely.